Welcome back to the Indiana Convention Center for the annual PRI show. There is a familiar car for Motorhead Garage viewers. That is the Shocker. It's been in our studio, and it was built to prove that gasoline-powered cars can be even more green than electric cars. Of course, we know it runs on gasoline, but stopping in racing, John, is maybe even more important than going. So why did the guys at Innovation Performance Technologies call you at Pro Systems for their brakes?
We worked with them on a few other race cars that they built in their shop, and John Marshall there said, man, if we're going to do this car, we want Pro Systems to be a part of working on it. So first thing we did is said, let's just put a GT4 style brake system on it. So basically it's the same style of brakes we would be using for an Aston Martin or the McLaren GT4. We've slowly worked that into a street car version, and we build them there at our shop in North Carolina, custom done for this car, but we also have them for all the Corvettes, C5, 6, 7, 8, a lot of Camaros, a lot of Mustangs, and these guys are taking these same kits, they're track daying them, they're running them in the Ultimate Street Car Challenge, SCCA, and levels like that, but the same quality there is what we put in our GT3 and GT1 style stuff for Trans Am and IMSA road cars, where we're on the Pratt & Miller Corvette, and we're also on just about every Trans Am car that runs in the Trans Am series. It's a race system made for the street, quality, performance, it's all there, quality brake pads, just good stuff.
You can find their brakes everywhere from Formula One to IndyCar to NASCAR and beyond, and you can find them on their website at alconusa.com. When Innovation Performance Technologies was looking for wheels for their Shocker car, of course they were looking for something that was lightweight and something that was strong, and that meant there was only one place for them to go, and that was Forge Line wheels. Now David, why does Forge Line stand out among the competition?
We've been making racing wheels for almost 30 years, and so the lessons that we've learned and the teams that we've worked with over the years has just given us the advantage to make the wheels as light and strong, be able to fit over the brakes, just engineered for that particular vehicle.
And let's talk about that particular vehicle, in this case the Shocker. What are some of the things about the wheel that made it the right wheel for that car?
And they needed a specific offset, they had some big brakes on the car we had to clear, and they're going to do some tracking with that car, so we had to make it strong enough, and they wanted something lightweight as well, so that was a consideration.
Who's using Forge Line wheels out there?
About 50% of our business is purely motorsport, so we're factory on the Mustang GT4, Camaro GT4. We're doing a lot of Porsches and that type of stuff. We make drag racing wheels, road racing wheels, but we also make street wheels too.
And where is everything from Forge Line made?
So all the raw materials are sourced and everything is manufactured in the USA.
Made in the USA, super strong, super light, can't ask for anything more. They're at forgeline.com. Racing legend and television legend Ted Jones is prowling the grounds. Let's see what he's found.
You know, there's a new fad in drag racing now. It's called no prep racing. It's sweeping the nation by storm. They go to the end of the drag strip where there is no rubber laid down, no traction compound, and try to hook up a car like this that makes mega hundreds of horsepower. This is driven by Manny Alvarez, and this is where it's going to, folks. This thing is basically like a Pro Modified with a monstrous turbocharger, 572 cubic inch engine prepared by Steve Morris, custom frame like a Pro Mod would have, built by Tim McAmis, the famous Pro Stock engine builder out of St. Louis. This no prep is getting ridiculous. This thing is absolutely gorgeous and will scare you to death.
Reid Rocker Arms by Reid Machine has been around for 18 years, and they've clawed their way to the top of the industry. You would think in nearly 20 years you guys would be resting on your laurels, Daryl, but you keep innovating. What's new for 2022 and 2023?
Coming up with our 426 late model assembly, moving on to what we have done before with the Noonan 4.9 engine and the 392 Gen 1 Hemi, and moving back to the alcohol fathead style rocker arm assembly. Innovating across the board to make Hemi valve train assemblies more reliable and repeatable.
Let's talk about this one here. This is for the late models here. Now, who's running this, and what are the differences in the options you have?
Right now we have folks running them in the Nostalgia Funny Cars Nitro, and they're running this particular rocker with a small roller and a small pin. Moving forward, we'll have the large roller, large pin for the big show cars, super high horsepower, 11,000, and the entire assembly is more stable, more rigid than all previous assemblies ever made.
If you see a Hemi-powered car in the winner's circle, chances are they have Reid Rocker Arms on that vehicle. You can get them for your vehicle at reidmachine.com. Keep it right here. More Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings coming to you from the PRI show in Indianapolis.